O'Neill. She is the Stamford chapter leader, the reason why I'm here today, and the leader of Moms Demand Action. Kristin, thank you.
Oh, my switch. Oh, okay. Good afternoon, everyone. And thank you all so much for being here. I am so happy to see so many people from our Stamford community, as well as our neighbors from Norwalk, Greenwich, Westport, Wilton, Bridgeport, Fairfield, all over Fairfield County. We all need to work together to prevent gun violence. So, as Kim said, my name is Kristin O'Neill, and I know my name. I am the local lead of the newly formed chapter of Moms Demand Action here in Stamford. Moms Demand Action is a grassroots organization that advocates for gun safety and gun violence prevention through common sense gun legislation. I myself am a mom, and I am a former English teacher at West Hill. Go Vikings! I've only been a part of Moms Demand Action since October, and I started planning a meeting here in the Stamford area at the end of January. My plan was to probably have 10, 15, maybe 20 people meet up at a local coffee shop. Unfortunately, after the Parkland shooting, our response of supporters reaching out to Moms Demand Action and to every town in general has been overwhelming. So I had to scramble along with Kim and along with some other helpers to find a larger location to have our meeting. And on March 11th, I met with 85 passionate men and women all wanting to join in the fight against gun violence. And at that meeting, which was only 13 days ago, the idea was born to have this march here in Stamford. So a lot can be done in a short period of time. Look around and look how many people are here today. The real reason we are here today, though, is on February 14th, Valentine's Day, 17 people were shot and killed, and more than a dozen were injured at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida. This was a horrific incident in our country's history, but sadly, it was not a shocking incident. More than 96 Americans are killed and hundreds of others are wounded every day by a gun. These people are killed in horrific mass shootings in malls, in movie theaters, and our schools. They are also killed by accidental shootings with guns that were improperly stored. They are killed in domestic violence incidents. They die by gun suicide. This happens disproportionately in our African American and minority communities. On average, 23 children under the age of 18 are shot in our country every day. Our gun homicide rate in the United States is 25% higher than in any other developed nation. It is a uniquely American problem and a problem that we must fix. This has gone on for far too long, and shame on us adults for not fixing it for our children. But the scales are tipped. We are at a breaking point. And it is because of the survivors of the Parkland shooting and because of the very vocal, organized, and eloquent young people that you see here today and all over our country. These young people have organized marches in all 50 states and all around the world. Their message will be spread today far and wide. It is long past time that our lawmakers make lives and safety a priority and pass common sense gun safety legislation. Today, we rally with members of our community and survivors of every form of gun violence, because there's no such thing as too soon to talk about gun violence. There is only too late. Thoughts and prayers alone are not enough. We must demand action to gun violence. We rallied to send a strong message to our nation's leaders in Washington, in Hartford, and in corporate boardrooms across the country that we will not stand idly by while our safety and the safety of our families, the safety of our communities is put at risk due to a dangerous gun lobby agenda. Our lives are worth more than the profits of gun manufacturers and the agenda of the NRA. Ignoring this problem is no longer an option. Ignoring our nation's young people is no longer an option. They are demanding safer gun laws. We are demanding safer gun laws, and we will be here